somebody just did something that's immensely beneficial for photographers. That's right, Instagram has just done something that is immensely, wildly beneficial for photographers. They just enabled a feature that allows you to add 10 images to one Instagram post. And the way they do this is with a simple slider. Now, this works on desktop, which is how I'm going to show you. It also works on mobile for you to just swipe with a finger. And it's really, really nicely done. It's very elegant. And I wanted to show you a couple examples and then talk about why it's immensely beneficial for photographers. So I'm going to talk about 4 different ways that you, photographers, could utilize this feature. So let's dig in. First of all, I want to say I'm actually shocked that when I went through my Instagram feed, very few, within 24 hours, very few photographers were actually using this feature. And I'm surprised that it wasn't adopted as quickly yet, but I assume it's going to be very soon. So here is an example. This is one that I posted. This is just 4 photos of my daughter and just telling a quick story of her loving the super healthy chocolate milk that I made her, where I stuck in lots of veggies and fruit. And it's very basic, right? Now, it looks great on mobile, looks great on desktop, and it's just a quick story that lets people who are following my Instagram get to know me and what I love most in the world more. It lets them get to know me more, right? Now, here is Matt Seuss, a photographer that I know, and he did one as well, and this is a few photos from one location. It's actually from Monaghan Sandhill State Park in West Texas. Then here's one from John Kaminsky, and he actually did, and you can see he actually made some graphics. It's not even photos, graphics showing where he's going to be traveling in 2017, so that people can book him. He does a lot of boudoir photography and portraits, and he's actually going to be traveling in a whole bunch of locations, and you can actually see exactly where he'll be, where he's traveling, so you can book him. Very smart idea. Next is Chris Becker, and he just basically shows off his wedding photography style in a bunch of different photos. And again, you can do up to 10, so you can get a really good idea about what he does and whatnot. Now, so let's talk about ways that you can take advantage of this. So one, right? Here's one. You can create an Instagram account that is just your portfolio, and you can create, one post with 10 photos in one portfolio, one post with 10 more photos in a different portfolio, all under one account. So let's say, for example, my Instagram account is Scott Wyden. Be sure to follow me. And then I wanted to have Scott Wyden portfolio. And then I have the portfolio would, in theory, match what I have on my website, and what I have in my printed portfolio would be on Instagram, except it would be limited to 10 photos in each category. So on my website, I have people, I have places, and I have street. So I would do the same thing on Instagram. I'd have a people, a places, and a street portfolio. You could also do this with projects. So I'm really giving you 5 things. You can do this with projects. If you have a fun project, like for example, I'm doing the We35 project, I can do 10 We35 photos, 10 photos from that one project in one post. Okay, so there's just 2 ways that you can take advantage of this new feature from Instagram. Here are 3 more. Quick stories. So I shared earlier a quick story about, when I gave my daughter chocolate milk that was healthy. Same exact thing. It's pretty much a quick story about a specific thing, just letting people dive into it. And it's a sequence. It's not just scattered photos. It's an actual sequence that it does tell a story. The next one is recent jobs. So instead of posting one photo from a wedding, you can post up to 10 photos from one wedding, or 10 photos from one portrait session, or 10 photos from one commercial session. You can even start behind the scenes and then get to the final result. You can do a whole sequence. It's kind of merging a quick story and a behind the scenes and a recent job all in one thing. Last but not least is where you will be. Now, John did this beautifully. If it was me, I would have incorporated photographs into it instead of just text. But you could talk about where you are traveling as a travel photographer, as a travel wedding photographer, as a travel portrait photographer. You can also talk about where you would be as an educator. And by doing that, you can get people to find you and maybe join your workshop, join your class, whatever you are doing. So there are 5 ways that you could take advantage of Instagram's new multi-photo feature. Up to 10 photos. I think it's even up to 10 videos, which is pretty cool. So take advantage of Instagram's new feature, but do it elegantly. Don't just post random photos out of nowhere. Make sure you're explaining what it is you're sharing, why there's 10 photos of this in one post. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.